Hello and welcome to the second day of the Class B Boys State Basketball Tournament. And for Game 2 of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars, brought to you by Helena Agri-Enterprises, Ackerman Heating and Cooling, Merchant State Bank, Central Farmers Cooperative, Farmers Lumber Company, Hometown Grocery, Ward Law, and Yankton Thrive. Viborg-Hurley basketball is live and on air on 5-Star streaming on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio 101.5 AM 1570. The two teams have just taken to the court as we are getting ready for the Class B consolation semifinals. A look at the bracket and how the tournament has gone so far here in mid-March. In the first day, in the first set of action, number 1 seeded Viborg-Hurley took on the number 8 seed Lyman, with the Raiders pulling off the upset and winning 49-44. Then after that, the number 4 seed in Aberdeen Christian fell to the number 5 seeded Castlewood, 53-50 your final score. And in the later game slots, a game we also covered, the number 2 seeded Freeman Flyers defeating the number 7 seed Sully Butte 63-55, which that 8-point victory was the largest victory out of any of the 4 games yesterday, if that doesn't tell you how close this tournament is. And in the final action of last night, number 3 De Smet fell to number 6 Wall 60-57. So into the second day on the consolation side of the bracket, we've got your number 1 seeded Viborg-Hurley Cougars at 20-4 now on the season, taking on the number 4 seeded Aberdeen Christian Knights, who are also 20-4 on the season. Winner heads to the consolation championship, and the loser will play in the 7th place game. And then after this game will be number 7 seeded Sully Butte Chargers against the number 3 seed De Smet. Winner of that game will take on the winner of this game, and the losers will face off into the 7th place game. And of course, on to the championship side of the bracket. At 5 o'clock today, the number 8 seed and the number 5 seed will battle it out. It's Lyman and Castlewood. And in the final game of action tonight, we will have live coverage of it as Freeman, again the number 2 seed, taking on the number 6 seed Wall. And that game, again, 6:45, will be live around 6:35 on 5-Star streaming on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio. It has been a fun tournament. It has had some upsets, and actually only one of the higher seeds has won so far in the tournament, Nathan. It was the Freeman Flyers beating Sully Butte, but even that was a very exciting game.
Yeah, every single game has been within 10 points. Like you said, every single game feels like it's coming down to the wire. Anybody can win it. There's some great basketball going on, and we got more games throughout today.
And even with the loss, it's going to be exciting here with Viborg-Hurley. I know they wanted a championship, but now you go for that consolation championship, and that starts here today against Aberdeen Christian, where both teams on the floor, their warm-ups have officially started. A big shout-out and thank you to South Dakota Public Broadcasting for allowing us to broadcast both all the Viborg-Hurley games as well as the Freeman games. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All the games will be broadcast live on television on SDPB 1, 2, and 3 TV. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. I'm Zach Spear alongside Nathan Delaney. We'll be here throughout the remainder of the tournament with coverage of all Viborg-Hurley and Freeman basketball games. Just moments away, we've got the Viborg-Hurley Cougars and the Aberdeen Christian Knights coming up in the Class B consolation semifinals.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermillion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
Helena Agra Enterprises is one of the foremost agronomic solution providers in the U.S. with over 500 branch locations. Helena markets and sells inputs that improve agricultural productivity for greater customer returns. Helena's theme of people, products, knowledge reinforces the company's commitment to helping customers succeed through the knowledgeable and dedicated people, useful and unique products, and the latest proven technologies. Helena is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars.
Get your grocery list and head to Hometown Grocery on Main Street in Viborg. Warm up with hot deals at Hometown Grocery, home of super savings, putting more purchase power into your food dollars. So pile up the pantry, load up the shelves. With hundreds of new items, you'll find everything on your grocery list if you can find room in your freezer. Visit Hometown Grocery on Facebook and check out the latest ad to save even more. Hometown Grocery is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Good luck, Cougars.
Trust Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning in Viborg for all your HVAC needs. Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning features Coleman Heating and Cooling Units. The Coleman name is a trusted icon in America, known for the rugged dependability and tremendous value. Coleman products stand the test of time. So if you need HVAC work, let the professionals at Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning handle the task from start to finish. Give them a call for whatever the South Dakota weather throws your way.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with a small town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msvsd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is a proud sponsor of the athletic and academic activities in the communities they serve, hoping this season is a memorable one. From Merchant State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Back to the floor as we await the tip-off for the Class B Consolation semifinals between the Viborg-Hurley Cougars and the Aberdeen Christian Knights. Both teams in action yesterday, and both teams falling in the earlier game slots. Viborg-Hurley falling to number 8-seeded Lyman Raiders, with Aberdeen Christian falling to the number 5 seed in Castlewood. Both were close games, and both were very good games. Your stats from both of those games here. Braden Morrison in that one had 6 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. Jake Austin led the way in scoring with 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and had a handful of steals as well. Nolan Koltoff with 7 points and 5 rebounds in that one. Walker Warwick ended with 3 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Brady Schroedermeyer with 12 points, 9 rebounds, and an assist, so 1 rebound short of a double-double, but only shot the basketball 7 total times in that one, and it really is kind of the man on the team. You feel like you'd like to see maybe more than 7 total shot attempts from Schroedermeyer.
Schroedermeyer, though, kind of had that really slow start. At one point, I believe he was like 1 for 5. What you need to see is you need to see him get out there going a lot quicker, a lot faster, and feeling it, and then he'll take more shots down the stretch.
And we did see kind of that fourth quarter he started taking over, and you saw what he was capable of, and really got his team back into the game. Unfortunately, just wasn't quite enough. Then Brenner Gertis in that one had 1 point, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Lincoln Van Orsdale ends with 1 rebound and an assist. Then for Aberdeen Christian in their game, as they fell to Castlewood, as Jet Johnson finished their game with 9 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Dylan Hofer with 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Grady Jett with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Luke Kaiser had 11 points, led his team with 11, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Brooks Jett had 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Then off the bench, Loyal Smith Wade with 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. And really, that's about all that got in that game for, real minutes. Outside of that, you saw for just a moment You saw Raymond Rodriguez Martinez as well as Charles Eichler, but really they played about a combined 2.5 minutes in that one. So a smaller rotation from Aberdeen Christian. We'll see how that comes to play in this one.
It's a smaller rotation of only about 6 guys, but it's about 6 equal guys. You don't have that one player who's going to score all the points, that one guy who's going to grab all the rebounds. You had 2 different players in double digits, one with 9 points. It's everybody contributing, everybody doing their little role. It's fun to see good, clean team basketball.
And to look at the other state tournaments going on during this time, Class A has yet to get started, but on the consolation side, it'll be St. Thomas More against Groton Area at noon today, followed by Cheyenne, Eagle Butte, and Stanley County at 1:45. On to the championship side of the Class A state tournament bracket. Sioux Falls Christian, who very well could be arguably the best team in the state, even with classes being different. Sioux Falls Christian against Hamlin at 6. And then at 7:45, it's West Central against Clark Willow Lake. And into the AA tournament on the consolation side of the bracket, it's T Area against Watertown at noon. And Brennan Valley against O'Gorman to follow at 1:45. And into the championship side of the AA bracket, Sioux Falls Lincoln takes on Harrisburg at 6, with Sioux Falls Roosevelt and Huron the final game of the night in AA at 7:45. So 3 of the top 4 teams all kind of in that Sioux Falls area, with Sioux Falls Lincoln, Roosevelt, and Harrisburg. Right now on the floor, it is the Viborg-Hurley Cougars in their white jersey and shorts trimmed down in orange and black. On the flip side for Aberdeen Christian, black jersey and shorts trimmed out in white and a kind of almost a mixture of burgundy and purple. But either way, we should be in for a good one. Every single game in this Class B state tournament has been a good one because it's just a very competitive bracket. You don't always see them this close or this tight. You truly came into this tournament not thinking that you knew, you're probably going to see this team in the state tournament. Of course, you could say, well, you look at the 1 seed and the 2 seed. But as we saw, the number 1 seed in Viborg-Hurley fell yesterday in their first game. And on top of that, we look at the Class B girls state tournament that was last week. Both the number 1 seeds fell in their first round of action.
Something special about when you get to the state tournament, everybody's given everything they got. The 1 seed, you overlook that 8 in their name, and all of a sudden you're done.
And we are just a couple minutes away from our national anthem as well as our starting lineups here on the floor. We'll take our final break here of our pregame. This is Viborg-Hurley Cougar basketball on 5 Star, streaming on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio 101.5 AM 1570.
Spring's coming fast, and it's time to get your fields ready. At Central Farmers Cooperative, they've got the seed and the crop protection products you need to start the season strong. From trusted seed varieties to the chemicals that help protect every acre, their team is here to help you grow smarter and maximize your field. Stop by Central Farmers Cooperative today and talk to one of the agronomy experts about the right plan for your farm. Central Farmers Cooperative, locally focused and farmer strong.
Building a team takes the right mix of quality materials and expertise. You can find the lumber and materials for your next project at Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. Farmers Lumber Company knows that both area teams are built strong and are sure to be successful in tonight's game and beyond. So if you need lumber or hardware for your spring project, make sure to stop by Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. From Farmers Lumber Company, good luck to both teams.
The Viborg-Hurley Cougars are guilty of not only being great athletes, but great young adults growing into a great asset for the community. That's why Gary Ward of the Ward Law Office is proud to support the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Young Viborg-Hurley students are the future of our community, and the future is bright. So from Ward Law Office in Viborg, good luck to Viborg-Hurley Cougar student athletes in the game and in life. Go Cougars!
top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermilion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
Helena Agra Enterprises is one of the foremost agronomic solution providers in the U.S. with over 500 branch locations. Helena markets and sells inputs that improve agricultural productivity for greater customer returns. Helena's theme of people, products, knowledge reinforces the company's commitment to helping customers succeed through the knowledgeable and dedicated people, useful and unique products, and the latest proven technologies. Helena is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars.
And it is officially basketball time as the warm-ups have wrapped up and the teams have taken to the benches as we are getting ready for our national anthem on the floor, as well as our starting lineups on the floor. The national anthem yesterday was performed by a quartet both times. We'll see if we have more students participate in the national anthem here again today or not. This is the Class B consolation semifinals with the Viborg-Hurley Cougars and the Aberdeen Christian Knights. Both teams with a 20-4 record and looking to play in the second game tomorrow, which would be the consolation championship. As here on the floor, this is your national anthem. And again, you just heard the national anthem being sang here on the floor as it is time for your starting lineups on the floor, as we will start with the number 4 seeded Aberdeen Christian Knights, 20-3 their record, entering the tournament, now 20-4, coached by Matt Rohrbach, a team putting up 62 points per game and allowing 49 points per game. A senior guard at 6'2", it's number 0, Jet Johnson. Junior guard at 5'8", number 1, Dylan Hofer. A senior forward at 6'4", it's number 2, Grady Jett. Junior guard at 6'4", number 3, it's Luke Kaiser. And to round off the night's starting lineups, junior forward at 6'5", number 4, Brooks Jett. And our highlighted player for today, Luke Kaiser. And Nathan, tell me why Luke Kaiser is our highlighted player of the game.
Luke Kaiser, player to watch for today. He led the team in points with 11, led the team in rebounds with 6, and led the team with assists with 3, all leading the team last night. Can he do it again tonight?
So a very big game from Luke Kaiser, a name to keep an eye on as it's time for your starting lineup for the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. It's number 1, the senior guard at 6'2", Braden Morrison. A new starter into this one, the senior guard at 6'1", number 2, Brenner Gertis. Senior guard at 5'9", number 3, it's Jake Austin. Senior guard at 6'3", number 5, Walker Warwick. And to round off the Viborg-Hurley Cougars starting lineup, senior guard at 6'2", number 23, Brady Schroedermeyer. The Cougars are the number 1 seed in the tournament, and after falling yesterday, are 20-4 on the season, coached by Shane Warwick. They score about 58 points per game, giving up 44.5 points per game. And our highlighted player of the game for today on Viborg-Hurley is Jake Austin.
Jake Austin led the team with 15 points, made a couple of clutch three-pointers. He was the man that stepped up when that team really felt like nothing was happening yesterday.
And on the floor, both teams being introduced at it as tip-off just moments away. 11-11 on the clock right now. Aberdeen Christian in the black jersey and shorts trimmed out in white. And for Viborg-Hurley, white jersey and shorts trimmed out in black and orange. It is basketball time here at the Barnett Center in Aberdeen, South Dakota with the Consolation semifinals. It is your number 1 seed and your number 4 seed with the Cougars and Knights battling it out. And for these teams, both one game into the season, or the tournament, excuse me. Now that first one maybe didn't go the way they had hoped, but trying to turn the tides here and find themselves in the 5th place game in the Consolation Set Championship tomorrow. Viborg-Hurley will be without Nolan Koltoff today and possibly tomorrow as well. One of these seniors of the Cougars squad. Brady Schroedermeyer in the center circle, jumping against Grady Jett. Ball is tipped in. It will be controlled by the Cougars to open this one. Viborg-Hurley moves the basketball right to left as you watch it on 5-Star streaming on YouTube. They bounce it in down low, scoring right out of the gates, Brady Schroedermeyer. Brady Schroedermeyer gets a quick 2, and Nathan, we were just talking about how we'd like to see him get a quick start, and he's got the first 2 in 20 seconds. Ball intercepted, and Schroedermeyer the steal.
Yeah, they struggled to shoot at the beginning of the game yesterday. The opposite today as they make the opening shot.
So Schroedermeyer with a play on each side of the floor with 2 points and a bucket. Brenner Gertis down low, shot swatted and knocked out of bounds by Brooks Jett. Brooks Jett got up and said absolutely not. Gertis had an open look, hesitated just a little bit, and it gave Jett just enough time to come in for the block. Offensive rebound and shot attempt for Schroedermeyer. No good on the next attempt. Driving here on the cut. Jake Austin had an open look at the lane and put too much off of the scoop layup. On the opposite side, Jett Johnson moves with it, bounces it out to Brooks Jett. Cross court it goes. Now up top, the three-pointer, Luke Kaiser buries it. And the first lead of the game for Aberdeen Christian as it's 3-2. The Knights lead the Cougars a minute into our first quarter here. Jake Austin moves it up ahead on the floor. Braden Morrison now with it. Gives it up a few quick passes. Jake Austin off balance bucket. 4-3, Viborg-Hurley reclaims the lead. Dylan Hofer gives it up to Jett Johnson and now kicks it up top. Pump fake on the 3 for Kaiser. Swings it out. Jett Johnson wants a triple. Can't get that one to fall. Possession stays alive here after the rebound for the Knights. Onto the near side. Jett Johnson fires another three-pointer and a foul called on the Knights on the rebound attempt. Brooks Jett will pick up the foul, and it's our first of the game. 6:11 to go in the first quarter. 4-3, Viborg-Hurley leads Aberdeen Christian. chance of defense as Aberdeen Christian has brought a nice crowd here. Brady Schroedermeyer pass was nearly taken away, but ends up back with the Cougars. Up top with it here, and back to Schroedermeyer. Now across to Braden Morrison. A lot of ball movement here for the Cougars. No good look yet. 8 seconds to shoot. Schroedermeyer has it knocked free out of bounds. It stays with Viborg-Hurley. And Aberdeen Christian trying to convince the officials it should be their basketball, and they'll have no luck. Inbound gets in. Braden Morrison, quick release on the triple back iron. It bounces. Schroedermeyer gets the rebound. Jake Austin now kicks it. A nice feed and a good look, but it won't drop for Walker Warwick. Our score remains 4-3 with 5.5 to go now in the first quarter. Down low, they try to push it. Grady Jett kicks it back up. Luke Kaiser, a great look from deep. He's got his second of the game, and you can tell he's hyped up after knocking in his second of the game. Already 6 points. He's got every point for his team, who leads 6-4. Braden Morrison moves it in. Now Jake Austin on the cut. And what a beautiful drive to the rack there. Jake Austin, a good find and feed for two more. We're knotted up at 6 apiece in the first quarter. Dylan Hofer works with it, lobs it up top, and a foul. I think Warwick's going to get tagged with it. You can tell Aberdeen Christian is trying to work it down low, and right now, Viborg-Hurley's just not really giving them anything to work with.
Viborg-Hurley's doing a good job of just closing out on the attacks. It's leaving them susceptible to some kickouts on the backside. I want to see Aberdeen Christian attack that a little bit.
And that does bring us to our first media timeout, as 6-6 with 4:46 to play in the first quarter. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All games will be broadcast live on television on SDPB 1, 2, and 3 TV. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media.
Get your grocery list and head to Hometown Grocery on Main Street in Viborg. Warm up with hot deals at Hometown Grocery, home of super savings, putting more purchase power into your food dollars. So pile up the pantry, load up the shelves. With hundreds of new items, you'll find everything on your grocery list if you can find room in your freezer. Visit Hometown Grocery on Facebook and check out the latest ad to save even more. Hometown Grocery is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Good luck, Cougars.
We're all tied up after 3 minutes and 14 seconds of action. 4:46 to go in the first. It's 6 apiece. Viborg-Hurley Cougars tied up with Aberdeen Christian. Brought to you by Helena Agri-Enterprises, Ackerman Heating and Cooling, Merchant State Bank, Central Farmers Cooperative, Farmers Lumber Company, Hometown Grocery, Ward Law, and Yankton Thrive. It is Knights basketball here as the pass gets in to Luke Kaiser. Again, he's got all 6 for his team right now. A sub in is Loyal Smith-Wade for the Knights. Smith-Wade with it. Takes a dribble, picks it up. The third three won't drop for Luke Kaiser, and it's brought in by Braden Morrison. Viborg-Hurley a chance to reclaim this lead. Warwick stops at the three-point line, gives it up to Morrison, who finds Jake Austin, tries getting it down low. Brenner Gertis off his hands and out of bounds. A turnover there for the Cougars. And Jake Austin had an open Gertis, maybe just put a little bit too much on that one, as Gertis couldn't corral the pass. Up ahead, Aberdeen Christian moves it. Charles Eichler has also checked in for them. They move it down low and kick it up top. Now driving, a good feed down low in the paint. Luke Kaiser's got another bucket. He was our player to watch in this one. He's already got 8 points, 4 minutes into this one, as the Knights lead the Cougars 8-6. Viborg-Hurley on offense, and pass taken away. Brooks Jett. Knights want to push the pace, driving it, a dump-off pass down low, and a tough bucket scored by Charles Eichler, who puts his team up 4. It is the largest lead of the game here in the consolation semifinals. Brady Schroedermeyer has it, now over to Jake Austin. Tries driving it baseline, he gets stopped. Drives it, again a cut, finds Warwick. Warwick swings it out, and Viborg-Hurley to reset their offense. Jake Austin fires from way deep and gets 3. Jake Austin, a great start for Viborg-Hurley in this one. He's got 7 of his team's 9. Aberdeen Christian now leads by 1. Dylan Hofer swings it. The answer is money. Charles Eichler puts it a 3 right back on top, and it is 13-9. Aberdeen Christian leads. 2:45 to play in our first quarter. Hard pass here. Jake Austin for back-to-back 3s. Yes! Back-to-back-to-back triples here on the floor, and this one a flamethrower of a game. 13-12. 2.5 to play in the first quarter. With it, driving, getting stopped, was Smith Wade, kicks it up top. For the 4th straight triple, Charles Eichler answers yet again. 12 points in about a minute of play. It's 16-12. Viborg-Hurley trailing as Schroedermeyer drives it to the hoop, and he'll be fouled. Nathan, what a heater of a game.
Feels like everything that is going up is going in. Right now, Aberdeen Christian is shooting 67% from the field.
And at the free throw line, Schroedermeyer gets the first to fall through. Jake Austin already double-digit scoring with 10 points. And on the opposite side, you've got Luke Kaiser with 8. We've got 2:08 to play in the first quarter. We've almost got 2 double-digit scores already. Schroedermeyer, next one, bounces around and in. 16-14. Viborg-Hurley trails with just over 2 minutes to play in our first set of action. Now the Knights back with it. They're coming off back-to-back three-pointers made down low. Ball is kicked, and it will be a kick by the Cougars. And not the worst, because the pass got into Brooks Jett, who was wide open on the post and would have had an easy 2 points.
One of those where it's kind of secretly beneficial to break the rules.
So the Knights to inbound. They'll have 23 to shoot, plenty of time to set up their offense. Up top with it is Dylan Hofer, moves it to Smith Wade. Right back to Hofer it goes and around the horn. Now chance for defense on the Viborg-Hurley side. That pass bouncing off the underside of the iron and will fall right into the hands of the Cougars. Warwick steps it inside, moves it down low. Schroedermeyer jumps in, shot knocked out of his hands. Brooks Jett, another rejection. Brooks Jett wants to bring it to the other side, fires up the layup. No, Lincoln Van Orsdale fighting for the rebound. Ball's on the hardwood. Who's got it? We've got a foul on the floor. Both teams diving on the basketball, and I think Viborg-Hurley's getting the foul called. It will be Brenner Gertis, but I'll tell you this much. Shane Warwick does not mind his team getting a foul there. That's a straight hustle play. Those are the fouls you don't get mad at the team. You say, hey, love the effort and do it every single time. Gertis picks it up. So inbound here for Aberdeen Christian as they work it again on offense. Scoring has slowed down a little bit now here as driving with it is Loyal Smith Wade, tries to lob it in and right to the hands of the Cougars. 60 seconds to go in the first quarter and a 2-point lead for Aberdeen Christian. Walker Warwick will give it up to Braden Morrison. Now it moves Schroedermeyer, wants to bring it baseline, goes up, scores it, and the foul. Brady Schroedermeyer ties this one up and gets the and one. A chance for a three-point play as well as the lead. Foul against Grady Jett of the Christian Knights as we watched the replay here on 5 Star streaming on YouTube. An exciting one here today as a lot of first quarter points being scored. Schroedermeyer short on the first attempt, the attempt for the three-point play, and it'll move the other side of the floor. Jett Johnson with it. And now around the horn they move it. They work it to Brooks Jett. Finds an open Jett Johnson. Left the open shot short. One he'd certainly like to have back. No defender in his face, about a foot from the hoop. Braden Morrison now with it. And Van Orsel back to Morrison for three, and the lead. It's off the front of the rim. Brady Schroedermeyer knocks the ball free for a moment, but the Knights take it the other way. 8 seconds to play, driving with it, no good. Offensive rebound, and it will be scored. Luke Kaiser. 2 seconds to play in the first, a full court heave. That one will head to the right side of the hoop, and we wrap up an exciting first quarter. 18-16, Aberdeen Christian leads this one. We'll step aside when we return. 8 minutes on the board in the second quarter on the way for Viborg-Hurley.
Trust Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning in Viborg for all your HVAC needs. Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning features Coleman Heating and Cooling Units. The Coleman name is a trusted icon in America. Known for the rugged dependability and tremendous value, Coleman products stand the test of time. So if you need HVAC work, let the professionals at Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning handle the task from start to finish. Give them a call for whatever the South Dakota weather throws your way.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with a small town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msvsd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is a proud sponsor of the athletic and academic activities in the communities they serve, hoping this season is a memorable one. From Merchant State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
8 minutes to go in the first half, and after our first 8 minutes, it is 18-16, and it sees the Aberdeen Christian Knights leading the Viborg-Hurley Cougars in the consolation semifinals in what was a very exciting first quarter of action. With it, Aberdeen Christian will open with the basketball, missing their attempt here. And Viborg-Hurley to take over with it here. Schroedermeyer moves it up top to Braden Morrison. As a back and forth there, it goes down low. Schroedermeyer got the defender in the air and missed the bunny. It goes out, last touch by the Knights. It'll stay with the Cougars, but Schroedermeyer had a great look there, as he and Jake Austin have combined for all 16 of their team's points, by the way. A great start for the two. Inbound gets in last second to Braden Morrison. Walker Warwick pass tipped out of bounds and again knocked out by Aberdeen Christian. 35 seconds into the second quarter. No change in our score from the first.
Schroedermeyer already having a much better game than he did, almost at his point total from yesterday.
Schroedermeyer swings it far side. Braden Morrison releases it, nothing but net. Puts it in for three, and a 1-point lead for Viborg-Hurley, as now 3 Cougars have scored in this one. The Knights with it, and they work it down low, rising up above the defenders. Brooks Jett, no good. Offensive rebound and a foul on Viborg-Hurley. They'll say a shooting foul, and Jett Johnson will head to the free throw line. No, Johnson maybe thought he had free throws coming, but now they're going to inbound it, and I think that is the right call. Foul against Walker Warwick, his second personal of the game. As in, for the first time of the tournament, Caden Thibodeau-Lindemann for the Cougars. And heading to the bench will be Walker Warwick. Knights with it, they inbound it. And a trap here on Smith Wade. He's able to get it out of his hands. And 26 yet to shoot here for Aberdeen Christian. The head fake and drive, Luke Kaiser got cut off. It moves out Smith Wade. Now to the hands of Dylan Hofer, drives it in, dishes it out. Kaiser wants 3 more, he's got them. Luke Kaiser in double-digit scoring. He leads the game with 13. 21-19, the Knights back on top with 6.5 to go in our first half of action. Brady Schroedermeyer gives it up. Braden Morrison. Now Caden Thibodeau-Lindemann wants to drive with it, feeds it out. Schroedermeyer head fakes the three, drives with it, gets a good look in the mid-range, and sinks it. 21 each, 6:10 to play in the second quarter. A good one here so far. Loyal Smith-Wade with it, moves it across to Dylan Hofer. Moves it to the free throw line, and it goes out. Kaiser wants another. That one put just a little too much on it. It's off to the races. Jake Austin throws it up. Brady Schroedermeyer wanted the slam, and I'm not sure that's the right move for a 6'2 player, but certainly wanted the flashy play. Ball knocked out of the hands of Aberdeen Christian, but then given right back to the Knights. Back and forth it moves, and a jumper down low. Dylan Hofer puts it in. And you got to wonder on that one, Nathan, if you don't go for that alley-oop, you probably got 2 more points, and it's tied up.
I think somebody was watching too many highlights.
Jake Austin gives it up top. Now it moves Schroedermeyer. Far side, Morrison way downtown off the right side. It bounces and into the hands of Luke Kaiser, who's put together a very nice first half so far. Loyal Smith-Wade finds himself wide open, just put a little too much on the triple. 5 minutes to go in our first half, 23-21, Aberdeen Christian the lead. In a tight one here at the Barnett Center at Northern State. Driving is Brady Schroedermeyer, hits the floor hard, and he's not going to score it. It was moving the other way. Whistles will blow, and not sure what the stoppage was. I don't think I saw a timeout being called. But we are now at 4:49 to play, and you've got to imagine they're probably going to take a media timeout here.
They gave a technical foul to Sorensen.
Yeah, I guess off ball. I wasn't sure. Did you see anything there, Nathan?
I just heard they gave a technical foul to Sorensen. I do not know why.
So I guess when we return, technical free throws coming up for Aberdeen Christian. Makes you scratch your head. What was said? Will return. It's 23-21, Aberdeen Christian currently in the lead.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Spring's coming fast, and it's time to get your fields ready. At Central Farmers Cooperative, they've got the seed and the crop protection products you need to start the season strong. From trusted seed varieties to the chemicals that help protect every acre, their team is here to help you grow smarter and maximize your field. Stop by Central Farmers Cooperative today and talk to one of the agronomy experts about the right plan for your farm. Central Farmers Cooperative, locally focused and farmer strong.
And a correction on the technical. It was given to Braden Morrison of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. That's his first foul of the game, but a big one here as a technical, free throws and possession for Aberdeen Christian. And again, you kind of got to wonder what happened. We didn't really see it from here, but of course, we're not hearing what the players are saying. You got to wonder what was said. And at the free throw line, Luke Kaiser misses the first technical free throw. He's already got 13 points. And could up it to 14, he does. 24-21 now, Aberdeen Christian leads. And we are nearing the halfway point of the second quarter, which will bring us, of course, then, after that to our halftime, where we'll have stats and all of what was going on in this game. Loyal Smith-Wade into the corner, gets trapped, down low, ball knocked free, last touched by Jake Austin. It'll stay with the Knights. Right now in this one, it's been a good shooting game for each side, especially from range. Aberdeen Christian shoots 45% on the floor and from downtown. Viborg-Hurley 40% on the game, 43% from three. Brady Schroedermeyer just simply ran in the way of that pass, stole it away, ball knocked out, but Viborg-Hurley takes over. In about the last minute and a half, we've maybe taken 6 seconds off of the game clock. 4:36 to go in the second quarter. Lincoln Van Orsdale will check back in here for the Cougars. Inbound gets in, Jake Austin pump fakes a three, drives with it, rises up above, and that one just couldn't quite get it to drop. Knights want to move it quickly. Luke Kaiser, Euro step, puts it up, swirls in and out, offensive rebound, gets the next attempt. Luke Kaiser has certainly put together a nice game. 7 rebounds, 16 points. You've got to imagine he'll certainly find himself with a double-double here in today's game. Jake Austin crosses the court to Brenner Gertis. Right back to Austin, it moves. Fakes one way, goes the other, lobs it up, down low to Brady Schroedermeyer, barely able to bring it in over the defenders. 11 to shoot for the Cougars as Jake Austin, a quick pass, foul, no bucket for Van Orsdale, but he's headed to the free throw line. 5-point lead for the Aberdeen Christian Knights, 26-21 with 3:49 to play in the second quarter. Van Orsdale with free throws coming up, goes through his routine, and the first one bounces in, banks open here. And a midday Friday. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All games will be broadcast on television on SDPB 1, 2, and 3 TV. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. Second free throw was no good, and now the Knights work it on offense and a 4-point lead. Bounce gets into Kaiser at the elbow. Ball is knocked free. It's on the floor. Whistles blow and a jump ball. The jump will favor Viborg-Hurley as they have a chance to keep chipping away at this Knights lead. It's been a close one. The largest lead we've seen of the game, I believe, was 6. But it's just been a tight one here and a few lead changes throughout as well. Cougars with the basketball here. Like to see him close out the first half with a run. Jake Austin drives through, Euros his way in. No good on the attempt. And Schroedermeyer had the offensive board and put it back for 2, but I think, did they say out of bounds there?
They were blowing the whistle well before the offensive rebound. I think it's a foul on the rebound.
So did the official just go to the scorer's table? I think possibly, because on the scoreboard, we're not seeing an additional foul. So it had to have been out of bounds. Either way, it would have been Knights basketball, and they take it left to right. Dylan Hofer with it, well beyond the perimeter. Moves to the near side, into the lane, moves it Luke Kaiser. The hot hand keeps it hot. 18 points, he could put up 20 in the first half alone, as yesterday the state tournament did see a 40-point performance, and right now he is pacing one himself. 28-22, the largest lead we have seen, and it belongs to the Aberdeen Christian Knights. 2:40 to go in our second quarter of action. Lincoln Van Orsdale over to Brady Schroedermeyer. Thibodeau Lindemann, he gets it into the corner, and off the front iron it bounces. Moving quickly are the Knights. Luke Kaiser for 20, goes up, shot denied! Brady Schroedermeyer puts it away and brings it the other direction. Jake Austin stops on the fast break, swishes in the triple. 28-25, Viborg-Hurley has brought it back within 3. Jake Austin lights out in the first half with 13 points, had 15 yesterday. Already 2 points shy of that total in this game. Up ahead, the Knights move it quickly. The answer, yes! Jet Johnson, it seems like every time we see a three-pointer made, the other team decides I can do that too. 31-25. Aberdeen Christian leads, a minute 50 to play. Driving with it, Jake Austin, absolutely not. Charles Eichler puts it out of bounds with authority. The lead remains at 6 for the Knights. With under 2 to play in the first half. The pass on the inbound off of a Knights shoe. It will be a kicked ball violation, and it'll stay with the Cougars. Otherwise, it would have been Knights basketball. Inbound gets in. Jake Austin brings it baseline. Now kicks it out Warwick. Warwick rises up. The shot bounces around. No good. And fight for the rebound ends up with Luke Kaiser. He might find himself with a double-double in the first half. 90 seconds to go in the first half. Kaiser with it. Crosses it, and Brady Schroedermeyer a little aggressive on that attempt. He'll pick up a foul.
But if he's there a half a second earlier, he's laying it up on the other end of the court right now.
Again, one of those fouls, you like the aggression, not a bad foul, just got a little bit too physical. Driving with it, the feed up top, Dylan Hofer left wide open, can't finish the job from range, and Brooks Jetwill off of the offensive rebound. Now an 8-point lead, Aberdeen Christian, which is the largest of the game. 33-25 with 65 seconds to go in the first half. Jake Austin drives with it, kicks it out. Braden Morrison wants the triple. No. Right now, things not going well for Viborg-Hurley as they want to close out this first half and just narrow that gap they're dealing with right now. Jake Austin will pick up a foul, and that is now team foul 4 on Viborg-Hurley in the second quarter. Jake Austin, though, only his first, and it will stay with Aberdeen Christian. 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. The Knights put it in, and into the hands it goes of Charles Eichler. Had a good drive to the lane, instead feeds it out. The three won't drop, offensive rebound. A next attempt, no good as well. Schroedermeyer the rebound. A 3-second difference between shot and game clock here. Viborg-Hurley trails 33-25. A chance to just chip into that lead. Down low, Schroedermeyer. The pass bounces off his leg into the hands of the Knights. Another turnover for the Cougars, as right now they've got 7 first-half turnovers compared to Aberdeen Christian's 4. 13 seconds to play in the first half, and with it, the Knights the basketball. Up top it moves, Dylan Hofer between the legs, lost it, Jake Austin's gonna poke it free. With 2 seconds, it's a fight for the basketball. Schroedermeyer doesn't get the shot off in time. He sunk it for 2, but he was a half second too late. Viborg-Hurley nearly gets the last-second basket and just couldn't quite get it. Jake Austin had it, and the Knights were able to get it poked free from his hands. And Viborg-Hurley's booing, but it's the right call. The shot was not off in time. The buzzer had officially sounded before Schroedermeyer got the shot off, so we sent it into our half, 33-25, Viborg-Hurley trailing the Aberdeen Christian Knights. What a game so far here, as we've got 2 players really showing out right now in Jake Austin and Luke Kaiser. Number 3 for each squad. More on that, though, when we do return, as it is 33-25. Viborg-Hurley trails. This is Cougar Basketball on 5 Star, streaming on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio. I'm Zach Spear alongside Nathan Delaney.
Building a team takes the right mix of quality materials and expertise. You can find the lumber and materials for your next project at Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. Farmers Lumber Company knows that both area teams are built strong and are sure to be successful in tonight's game and beyond. So if you need lumber or hardware for your spring project, make sure to stop by Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. From Farmers Lumber Company, good luck to both teams.
The Viborg-Hurley Cougars are guilty of not only being great athletes, but great young adults growing into a great asset for the community. That's why Gary Ward of the Ward Law Office is proud to support the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Young Viborg-Hurley students are the future of our community, and the future is bright. So from Ward Law Office in Viborg, good luck to Viborg-Hurley Cougar student athletes in the game and in life. Go Cougars!
When When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermilion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
Helena Agra Enterprises is one of the foremost agronomic solution providers in the U.S. with over 500 branch locations. Helena markets and sells inputs that improve agricultural productivity for greater customer returns. Helena's theme of people, products, knowledge reinforces the company's commitment to helping customers succeed through the knowledgeable and dedicated people, useful and unique products, and the latest proven technologies. Helena is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars.
Get your grocery list and head to Hometown Grocery on Main Street in Viborg. Warm up with hot deals at Hometown Grocery, home of super savings, putting more purchase power into your food dollars. So pile up the pantry, load up the shelves. With hundreds of new items, you'll find everything on your grocery list if you can find room in your freezer. Visit Hometown Grocery on Facebook and check out the latest ad to save even more. Hometown Grocery is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Good luck, Cougars.
Trust Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning in Viborg for all your HVAC needs. Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning features Coleman Heating and Cooling Units. The Coleman name is a trusted icon in America. Known for the rugged dependability and tremendous value, Coleman products stand the test of time. So if you need HVAC work, let the professionals at Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning handle the task from start to finish. Give them a call for whatever the South Dakota weather throws your way.
And at the half right now, 33-25, Aberdeen Christian currently leads the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Cougar Athletics and these games brought to you by Helena Agra Enterprises, Ackerman Heating and Cooling, Merchant State Bank, Central Farmers Cooperative, Farmers Lumber Company, Hometown Grocery, Ward Law, and Yankton Thrive. Winner of this game will be headed to the Consolation Championship, and they will take on either Sully Buttes or De Smet. We will see who it is after the game at 12:45 today. Loser of this one will take on the loser of that game in the 7th place game. And right now for Viborg-Hurley, trailing 8. That's the largest we've seen it. We'd like to see them kind of get back into the rhythm and do what they do well. Here are your halftime stats. Braden Morrison with 3 points and 2 rebounds. Brenner Gertis with 1 rebound. Jake Austin leads the way, 13 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 3 for 3 from downtown, and 2 rebounds. Brady Schroedermeyer, a nice first half, 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Walker Warwick with 1 rebound, 3 assists. Lincoln Van Orsdel with 1 point, 2 rebounds, and we've also seen on the floor Caden Thibodeau Lindemann as well as Noah Wordle. On the flip side for Aberdeen Christian, Jet Johnson with 3 points and a rebound. Dylan Hofer has 2 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists, so maybe not doing the scoring, but getting it done everywhere else with the 6 boards and 7 assists. Luke Kaiser, a monster first half from 18 points on 7 of 12 shooting and 9 rebounds. Brooks Jett with 2 points, 3 rebounds, and also a nice game off the bench for Charles Eichler. He's got 8 points in this one off of 3 for 3 shooting. Grady Jett in this one with 1 assist, and we've also seen on the floor Loyal Smith-Wade. Viborg-Hurley on the floor, the percentages for shooting have certainly went down, 33% on the floor, still 40% from three-point range, and for Aberdeen Christian, 45% from the floor, 43% from 3 as they are 6 of 14. I'm Zach Spear alongside Nathan Delaney. Appreciate you tuning in with us here for today's game in the consolation semifinals between Viborg-Hurley and Aberdeen Christian. Nathan, what did you see in that first half, and how can Viborg-Hurley get right back into this one?
Viborg-Hurley just needs to really, it feels like this entire state tournament, they've just been off. They're coming to this as the 1 seed. I don't know if the expectations got too high, the arena got too big, but everything just feels off. They're shooting 33% right now from the field, but defensively, they're leaving guys open. They're struggling to close out on shooters. And they've got, 5 assists? They got to move the ball a little bit more as well.
And one thing we kind of talked about, second chance points. I mean, right now, Aberdeen Christian out-rebound, actually has less offensive rebounds than Viborg-Hurley, who has 7 to their 6. But second chance points, 9 for Aberdeen Christian, only 3 for Viborg-Hurley. And the thing is, it is because the Cougars really just kind of struggling from the floor. So Jake Austin having a great game. He's shooting 5 for 8. But the other players outside of him are a combined 4 for 19 right now. Jake Austin played very well in the first game. He's playing very well right now. But you'd really love to see someone jump into this. And as you just pointed to me right now, Nathan, Viborg-Hurley, a team that averaged on the season, giving up 44.5 points per game, 33 first half points they've given up to the Knights here.
That is, you're a team that is expected to build by your defense. Last game, I think they only allowed 49 points. You're already giving up 33 here in the opening half. Your defense needs to communicate better, and you need to mark up on shooters and get this defense that got you the 1 seed.
And so we'll see if the Viborg-Hurley Cougars can make the comeback. They've got plenty of time to do it. At the half, it's 33-25 with Aberdeen Christian in the lead. When we return, the third quarter of action underway.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with a small town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msvsd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is a proud sponsor of the athletic and academic activities in the communities they serve, hoping this season is a memorable one. From Merchant State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Spring's coming fast, and it's time to get your fields ready. At Central Farmers Cooperative, they've got the seed and the crop protection products you need to start the season strong. From trusted seed varieties to the chemicals that help protect every acre, their team is here to help you grow smarter and maximize your field. Stop by Central Farmers Cooperative today and talk to one of the agronomy experts about the right plan for your farm. Central Farmers Cooperative, locally focused and farmer strong.
And back on the floor here, the half is officially over. 33-25, Aberdeen Christian leads this one as it's time for our third quarter of action. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All games will be broadcast live on television on SDPB 1, 2, and 3 TV. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. The Knights will open with the basketball here in the third quarter as they move it right to left here on 5 Star streaming on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio. Up top with it now, Luke Kaiser wants an immediate 3 out of the break. He's got 21 already. What a game from Luke Kaiser. He is just unreal so far here in today's game. 36-25, it's now been extended. Jake Austin, the answer on the 3, no good. Schroedermeyer can't bring in the offensive rebound.
That's Jake Austin's first miss from beyond the arc. Usually consistent, got nothing there.
And Jake Austin is a huge part of the reason his team still fighting in this one with his 13 of his team's 25 points. With it, Luke Kaiser fakes it, drives it down low. Ball is swatted, but remains into the hands of Grady Jett. Now it moves out. To the far side, down low. They try to push it, bounces out, and it is a turnover for the Knights. Viborg-Hurley with the basketball here, and you'd like to see a good third quarter from them here as The third quarter is what really got away from them in yesterday's game against the Lyman. They had a very nice fourth quarter, but it was the third that just didn't work well for them. Jake Austin has it here. Up top it moves Warwick, now to Morrison. A lot of quick passing here as they look for an open shooter. 13 to shoot. Schroedermeyer fires it from deep and put too much on it. 6:37 to go in the third quarter, and the Knights with it. Dylan Hofer up top on the Wolves logo, pushes it to the far side of the court. Now onto the near side, it moves Jet Johnson. Jet Johnson right back to Dylan Hofer. A pass that's taken away. Brady Schroedermeyer, he's done a nice job of taking the basketball out of the Knights' hands defensively. So Viborg-Hurley yet again on offense. Morrison wants the quick three. He'll get it. That is what a much-needed three-pointer there for Viborg-Hurley. 36-28, it'll make the score. 2 minutes into our third quarter. Knights with the lead and the basketball. Jet Johnson dumps it down low into the lane. A great-looking score. Luke Kaiser up to 23. Talk about a big performance from Luke Kaiser. Walker Warwick puts it up top to Jake Austin. Austin hesitates behind the back, nearly lost it. Will give it up. 18 to shoot here for the Cougars, and Walker Warwick gives it up to Jake Austin. He has got a defender all over him. Schroedermeyer with it. 8 now to shoot here for Viborg-Hurley, and a timeout called by Shane Warwick of the Cougars. And it is 38-28, a 10-point lead for Aberdeen Christian. Warwick, the timeout. It's a 30-second break. When we return, Cougars looking to get back into this one.
Building a team takes the right mix of quality materials and expertise. You can find the lumber and materials for your next project at Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. Farmers Lumber Company knows that both area teams are built strong and are sure to be successful in tonight's game and beyond. So if you need lumber or hardware for your spring project, make sure to stop by Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. From Farmers Lumber Company, good luck to both teams.
5:20 to go in our third quarter of action. It's 38-28. Aberdeen Christian currently leading the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. And 8 seconds to shoot here for the Cougars out of the break. Braden Morrison, quick release on the triple. Back iron it goes, and a foul on the attempt for the rebound for Brady Schroedermeyer. And now Braden Morrison, a great three-point shooter, but he's not getting great looks, kind of forcing it up. And, you know, it feels like you can only get 2 to 3 points per possession. You can't get all 10 back, and it just feels like he's trying to force it a little too much.
I still think it starts on this defensive end, though. If you want to pull off the comeback, you can't be giving up so many points.
38-28, the lead favoring the Knights as we cross the 5-minute mark in the third quarter. Aberdeen Christian on offense, bumping down low and unable to score it there. Grady Jett. Ball ends up with the shortest player on the floor on the rebound, Jake Austin, who sprints it across quick to the lane. Can't get it to fall. So Jake Austin nearly going coast to coast with it. The bounce into Jet Johnson now out. Brooks Jett wants to drive with it through just a slew of Cougar defenders. Can't get that one to fall through. Jake Austin crosses the timeline up ahead. Brenner Gertis. Step back. Jake Austin wants another triple, and he's lost some of that heat he had in the first half. Off target, that one bounces. Knights with it as we are halfway through our third quarter of action. Jet Johnson gives it up. Brooks Jett on the quick release. No, but an offensive rebound for Grady Jett. Grady with it, trying to work in the post, feeds it up top. Brooks Jett drives with it, steps it back to the free throw line, and out it goes Luke Kaiser. 21 to shoot here for the Knights, and Jet Johnson buries a three. And the reason I kind of laugh is defender right in his face. What do you do? You can't have better defense, but better offense on that one for Aberdeen Christian. 41-28 now. Braden Morrison, the answer, bounces off the right side of the backboard. Right now, the Knights have an opportunity to really pounce on the Cougars. Up top with it, Dylan Hofer. He'll give it up to Grady Jett as we cross the 3-minute mark, and wide open down low, Dylan Hofer scores it. We extend the largest lead of the night to 15. It is 43-28 on the floor here. Schroedermeyer across to Warwick, back to Schroedermeyer. They try, again, trying the alley-oop, but I just don't see it happening here as late into the third quarter, it's 2:41 to play. We hit a media timeout. We'll step aside for that. When we return, it's 43-28. Aberdeen Christian currently leads Viborg-Hurley.
The Viborg-Hurley Cougars are guilty of not only being great athletes, but great young adults growing into a great asset for the community. That's why Gary Ward of the Ward Law Office is proud to support the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Young Viborg-Hurley students are the future of our community, and the future is bright. So from Ward Law Office in Viborg, good luck to Viborg-Hurley Cougar student athletes in the game and in life. Go Cougars!
And back on the floor, a late media timeout as the play just continued on. 2:41 to go in our third quarter, and right now it is 43-28. Viborg-Hurley trails Aberdeen Christian, and they're going to need a great fourth quarter to try and find themselves in the Consolation Championship tomorrow. Otherwise, they will be heading to the 7th place game. 15 points, it's a lot. But you are not out of it. You got 10 minutes and 41 seconds of game time action. We saw in the fourth quarter yesterday they made a nice push. They're going to need that, but they're going to need to start here as well. On top of that, it is Knights basketball, and they've already got their 15-point lead. Viborg-Hurley, by the way, shooting 29% from the floor. The kick out here, Smith-Wade out to Eichler. Eichler we haven't seen a ton from in the second half, even though he had quite a successful first half off the bench. Aberdeen Christian pushes it up top. Dylan Hofer to Eichler, down low, Brooks Jett. Now they move it back up top. 8 seconds to shoot here for the Knights as Smith-Wade lobs it out to Dylan Hofer. 3 to shoot here. Hofer travels in and was kind of an awkward possession, but a great defensive set there from Viborg-Hurley to get the stop in the basketball right back. Cougars move it down the floor slowly. With it, Jake Austin. Gets it right back after he gave it up. Drives, and a just sprinting layup. You know, it's a close shot, but that one's about as difficult as it gets. With it here, Kaiser drives with it, puts up a bucket. No good. Gets his own rebound. He's got a double-double here and over 20 points now. Up top it moves, Brooks Jett. Brooks Jett settles in for the 3. No. Walker Warwick the rebound. Down to a 13-point lead, and if Viborg-Hurley can cut it to single digits heading into the fourth quarter, they're certainly not out of it as Warwick fouled, and he hits the floor hard. 78 seconds to go. That, by the way, is only the second total foul in the third quarter, one on each team now. Not one player in foul trouble here, as it's been a relatively clean game. Foul goes against Brooks Jett, his second personal. Viborg-Hurley needs to get something rolling here. The inbound, Brady Schroedermeyer up above the defender, catches it in air and puts it in the same jump. An impressive play for Brady Schroedermeyer, who has scored double digits in this one. A minute to go in the third quarter. Ball is stripped, taken away. Brady Schroedermeyer left wide open, throws it down with authority. Brady Schroedermeyer the slam and brings his team back within 9. As we watch the replay on 5-Star streaming on YouTube, 43-34, Aberdeen Christian the lead. Viborg-Hurley trending in the right direction. Luke Kaiser settles in for a triple, no good. Brady Schroedermeyer the rebound up ahead. Brenner Gertis has it, makes contact, finishes the bucket. 43-36, Viborg-Hurley right back into this one. It's a 7-point game, 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Knights want to take the final shot and are happy that the end of the quarter is coming up because right now Viborg-Hurley is hot. Dylan Hofer with it, hands it off to Luke Kaiser. Luke Kaiser crosses over against Van Orsdale at the free throw line. They're going to say he's fouled at the free throw line. And are they going to say a shooting foul? No, it's on the floor. Okay, I was going to say that definitely I thought was on the floor. Now, this actually might help Viborg-Hurley. 1 second to play in the third quarter. It's going to have to be a catch and shoot immediately here for Aberdeen Christian. Kaiser will inbound it here, finds an open shooter, but that one will miss it all from the hands of Grady Jett. We've got 8 minutes to go in this one. Viborg-Hurley has made things interesting. It's 43-36. Aberdeen Christian leads this one.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Merce Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Merce, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Merce Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermilion. Maytag and Merce, reliable just like you.
Helena Agra Enterprises is one of the foremost agronomic solution providers in the U.S. with over 500 branch locations. Helena markets and sells inputs that improve agricultural productivity for greater customer returns. Helena's theme of people, products, knowledge reinforces the company's commitment to helping customers succeed through the knowledgeable and dedicated people, useful and unique products, and the latest proven technologies. Helena is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars.
Back to the floor, it's 43-36, Viborg-Hurley trailing Aberdeen Christian, but they've made it interesting, and they'll open the fourth quarter with the basketball. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All the games will be broadcast live on television on SDPB 1, 2, and 3 TV. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. Our fourth quarter officially underway, and the Viborg-Hurley Cougars with it on offense. Brady Schroedermeyer ahead of steam. He's fouled as he drove to the basket. And for the Cougars, if they can get sent to the free throw line, they're not going to have free throws here, but if they can force some free throws, that could make it interesting here. Foul is against Luke Kaiser, only his second personal. The inbound just has to get lofted up ahead to Brady Schroedermeyer, and Viborg-Hurley can set up an offense. Into the elbow, Brady Schroedermeyer, the jumper, no. The mid-range jumpers have just not dropped for Viborg-Hurley in the game. It's either a three-pointer or feels like at the hoop. Driving with it and couldn't quite bring it in cleanly was Hofer, otherwise would have had a great look under the basket. To the far side it moves here with it. Aberdeen Christian down low. No good on the attempt. Brady Schroedermeyer brings in the rebound. He'll sprint it down the floor the other side. Scores it for two more. It's down to a 5-point lead for the Knights. Viborg-Hurley making it interesting down the stretch. The Knights with the basketball. 7 minutes to play in this game's entirety. Brooks Jett up ahead, it moves. Now to the near side, Dylan Hofer up top to Kaiser. Kaiser over to Jett Johnson. And a three released here. Brooks Jett left it short. Brady Schroedermeyer had the rebound, but it's a foul, and he might have had a fast break attempt there had there been no foul. But of course, you hear a whistle and everyone kind of gives up on the play. Viborg-Hurley basketball here, brought to you by Helena Agra Enterprises, Ackerman Heating and Cooling, Merchant State Bank, Central Farmers Cooperative, Farmers Lumber Company, Hometown Grocery, Wardlaw, and Yankton Thrive. I'm Zach Spear alongside Nathan Delaney helping out operate our stream and camera here in today's game. 6.5 to go. It's a 5-point game, and Walker Warwick had his shot denied, and kind of an awkward-looking attempt, but that one was sent straight down, and out of bounds it goes. It stays with Viborg-Hurley. You know, probably not the worst thing for Viborg-Hurley for that one to have gotten swatted out. Braden Morrison on the cut. Schroedermeyer feeds him for 2. 43-40. All of a sudden, momentum is shifted in favor of Viborg-Hurley. Aberdeen Christian trying to get something rolling. Whistles will blow, and an off-ball foul here on the Cougars. We'll see who it's on. Walker Warwick picks it up. Warwick will pick up his 3rd foul. Now, not too big of a deal, as with 6 minutes to play, you've only got 3. It's the first team foul for the Cougars of the quarter. The three-pointer here is short from Jet Johnson. The Cougars an opportunity to tie or to bring it within 1 as they trail 3 under 6 minutes to play. Jake Austin bounces it up to Brady Schroedermeyer. He wants to drive with it. Goes up, the acrobatic layup, no good. Gertis knocked it into the hands there of Grady Jett. Brady Schroedermeyer aggressive on defense, and Kyle, you'd like to see him with a better shot attempt there. Schroedermeyer trying to force it a little bit as a timeout called by Coach Rohrbach of Aberdeen Christian.
Get your grocery list and head to Hometown Grocery on Main Street in Viborg. Warm up with hot deals at Hometown Grocery, home of super savings, putting more purchase power into your food dollars. So pile up the pantry, load up the shelves. With hundreds of new items, you'll find everything on your grocery list if you can find room in your freezer. Visit Hometown Grocery on Facebook and check out the latest ad to save even more. Hometown Grocery is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Good luck, Cougars.
Out of the break, it's 43-40. Aberdeen Christian currently leading Viborg-Hurley with 5:43 to play. But, Nathan, it was just about a 15-point game where the Knights looked like they were going to cruise to a victory and easily find themselves in the Consolation Championship. But now the Cougars right back in this one. Ball is inbounded, and the Knights have it on offense. The Cougars defense has really stepped up big time here in this second half. Down low it goes, and the shot swatted, but Brady Schroedermeyer called with the foul. Walker Warwick can't believe it. A much bigger reaction from him than Brady Schroedermeyer, who was called for the foul. But Schroedermeyer is now in foul trouble, as that's his 4th personal foul. To the free throw line moves Brooks Jett. The first free throw, no good. So Viborg-Hurley hoping to get away without giving up any points on this possession here for the Knights. Brooks on the next attempt, no good, and I know what Walker Warwick's thinking, ball don't lie. On the other side, the Cougars move it. Another opportunity here as they trail by 1 possession. Schroedermeyer to Jake Austin, it nearly goes out of bounds. Keeps it, and whistle will blow. A timeout called now by Viborg-Hurley, and they're certainly pointing at something. Was it? Not sure what's going on really, but Shane Warwick will call a timeout. 43-40, Cougars down 3 with the basketball when we return.
Trust Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning in Viborg for all your HVAC needs. Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning features Coleman Heating and Cooling Units. The Coleman name is a trusted icon in America. Known for the rugged dependability and tremendous value, Coleman products stand the test of time. So if you need HVAC work, let the professionals at Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning handle the task from start to finish. Give them a call for whatever the South Dakota weather throws your way.
5:16 to go here in the game. 43-40. Aberdeen Christian leads Viborg-Hurley, but the Cougars have erased a double-digit deficit to just 3 now with the basketball. Braden Morrison gives it to Jake Austin. 13 to shoot here for Viborg-Hurley on this offensive possession. And that pass there taken away as Brady Schroedermeyer dives on it. And another timeout called here by Shane Warwick of the Cougars to save possession. This will be a full timeout. And timeout after timeout after timeout. What a game, though. Viborg-Hurley really could have given up, but they have marched back into it, kind of what we saw yesterday against Lyman. This time, though, can they get over the hump and take the win? Viborg-Hurley basketball is presented by Helena Agri Enterprises, Ackerman Heating and Cooling, Merchant State Bank, Central Farmers Cooperative, Farmers Lumber Company, Hometown Grocery, Ward Law, and Yankton Thrive. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll return in a moment on 5-Star streaming on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with a small-town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msvsd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is a proud sponsor of the athletic and academic activities in the communities they serve, hoping this season is a memorable one. From Merchant State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And back out of the break, the Cougars with 7 seconds after the inbound to get a shot off. Jake Austin in the corner for the tie. It's short. Fight for the rebound and a foul on Aberdeen Christian. It'll stay with the Cougars. Walker Warwick just had great position. Do we have another timeout here on the floor, Nathan?
I think this will be the official media timeout of the quarter.
It is. So the foul goes against Aberdeen Christian, and the foul is against Loyal Smith-Wade. Now, that's only his first personal. 3 fouls on the Knights now here in the game, and that could be huge. Bonus free throws, Nathan. That could be the difference in our game here today. 4:59 to play. Again, we'll just take a 30-second break. We'll make sure you catch all the action when we return right here.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All games will be broadcast live on TV on SDPB 1, 2, and 3 TV. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. 4:59 to play in this one. It's 43-40. Aberdeen Christian clinging on to a lead over the Viborg-Hurley Cougars, but the Cougars are making it a fun one here. That was team foul number 3 on the Knights. Viborg-Hurley has 2 in the quarter. Cougars with the basketball after Walker Warwick was knocked to the floor on the rebound attempt. And another inbound, Jake Austin again for the tie. Off of the back iron, it bounces. And again, you just want Viborg-Hurley to maybe slow it down, get a good look. It wasn't a bad look, but on that quick release, you don't need all 3 right now. It would be okay if you were only able to get 2 and bring it within 1. Now down low, an offensive foul, and it's against Luke Kaiser. That is foul number 4. As we apologize for some technical difficulties as our camera struggling here. We will keep it rolling here on the floor as we do get it up and running back. Jake Austin with it here. The Cougars bouncing it down low. Braden Morrison switches it in. It's a 1-point game. Braden Morrison brings it within 1, 43-42 with 4:15 to play in the game. The Knights are still in the lead, but have given up a 15-point lead to down to 1. Now with it, Luke Kaiser drives over multiple defenders. No good. Smith-Wade, though, finishes it up and cleans it up for some second chance points. Halfway through our 4th quarter, it is a 3-point game with the Cougars and the momentum. Jake Austin gives it up to Schroedermeyer. Across it goes Walker Warwick. Braden Morrison, he wants the tie, misses it, airmails it, and it's going the other direction. Now full court pressure from the Cougars. They'll be forced to sprint it back after Aberdeen Christian was able to get it across. With it here, driving and dishing it. Brooks Jett wants the triple. Oh, no good. Offensive rebound. Smith-Wade again. Smith-Wade making a huge impact for the Knights here. Back-to-back offensive rebounds and second chance points puts his team back up 5, and now all of a sudden momentum shifted right back to the Knights. Braden Morrison gives it up. Jake Austin, 2 defenders in the air as he drives at baseline. Ball is knocked out last touch by Aberdeen Christian. Nathan, it's something we talked about yesterday's game. It's easy to get those first 10. The next 2 to tie it are always the hardest.
They've had multiple possessions where they can tie the game with a basket, and they fail every single time.
With it, Smith-Wade, the steal. He has come to life in this fourth quarter, and right now, he has been the MVP late game. Brooks Jett has it. Bounces it now. Luke Kaiser with it, working against Brady Schroedermeyer. Schroedermeyer with 4 fouls. Great defense, better offense. It's back up to a 7-point lead for the Knights. Viborg-Hurley needs one final push here to end the game and try and get the win. Jake Austin gets stopped, drives with it, fouled, and free throws coming up. So now, Viborg-Hurley into the bonus.
And do you think offensively for Aberdeen Christian, you kind of want to attack Schroedermeyer a little bit? Because either A, he fouls out, or B, he has to pull back a bit, and you get easier baskets.
100% is on the floor. Timeout is called. It is called by Aberdeen Christian, a 30-second timeout. When we return, 49-42. Free throws coming up for Jake Austin.
Spring's coming fast, and it's time to get your fields ready. At Central Farmers Cooperative, they've got the seed and the crop protection products you need to start the season strong. From trusted seed varieties to the chemicals that help protect every acre, their team is here to help you grow smarter and maximize your field. Stop by Central Farmers Cooperative today and talk to one of the agronomy experts about the right plan for your farm. Central Farmers Cooperative, locally focused and farmer strong.
Back to the floor. We've got a good one here yet again. 49-42. Aberdeen Christian currently leads the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Viborg-Hurley now, though, in the bonus with Jake Austin at the free throw line. Austin, the first of 2, drops. Cougars need every point they can get here. It is not easy to try and come back down 7 with 2.5 to play. But the Cougars, a very good team and capable of doing just that. Jake Austin goes 2 for 2.
Gotta maximize your opportunities to score points when the clock is stopped.
Jake Austin starts chipping away at that Aberdeen Christian lead. Smith-Wade with it, and again, he's been so good in the fourth quarter off the bench. Pass intercepted, Lincoln Van Orsdel. Viborg-Hurley now trailing 5 with possession. 2:05 to play in the game. Jake Austin picks up his dribble, gives it Van Orsdel, the triple, left it short, and rebound into the hands of Aberdeen Christian. Van Orsdel had a good look and just couldn't quite get it to fall. Up ahead, Luke Kaiser drives with it, gives it up to Dylan Hofer, and the Knights want to start chewing some of that clock. Viborg-Hurley not so worried about the clock, just cannot give up points. Smith-Wade gives it up to Brooks Jett. Jett moves it up top, and now into the hands it goes Luke Kaiser. Luke Kaiser drives at baseline and is fouled. And free throws coming up for Luke Kaiser. No on the floor. And kind of a sigh of relief there probably for Viborg-Hurley, who does not want to give up free throws at this point yet. 89 seconds to play, 49-44. The Knights currently lead the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Inbound gets in, Brooks Jett intercepted. Brady Schroedermeyer the steal, nearly losing it, drives it all the way to the other side, puts it in for 2. Brady Schroedermeyer up to 16 points, multiple steals, puts his team within a one-possession game. 49-46 they trail with 70 seconds to play in this one. It's more than enough time. Luke Kaiser with it, works it against Brady Schroedermeyer. Tries backing him down and then kicks it back up top. Dylan Hofer. Right back to Kaiser it goes and into the hands down low of Brooks Jett. The spinning jumper, too much, but an offensive rebound and second chance points again for the Knights. That is the one thing the Cougars couldn't give up were second chance points. Timeout is called, and I think it's not a time. Well, it will be, but they want to clean off an area. As on the floor, it is 51-46. Viborg-Hurley trails. We'll take our final break of the game when we return the last minute.
Building a team takes the right mix of quality materials and expertise. You can find the lumber and materials for your next project at Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. Farmers Lumber Company knows that both area teams are built strong and are sure to be successful in tonight's game and beyond. So if you need lumber or hardware for your spring project, make sure to stop by Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. From Farmers Lumber Company, good luck to both teams.
The Viborg-Hurley Cougars are guilty of not only being great athletes, but great young adults growing into a great asset for the community. That's why Gary Ward of the Ward Law Office is proud to support the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Young Viborg-Hurley students are the future of our community, and the future is bright. So from Ward Law Office in Viborg, good luck to Viborg-Hurley Cougar student athletes in the game and in life. Go Cougars!
51-46 your score. Viborg-Hurley trails Aberdeen Christian. 43 seconds to play in this one. Cougars are going to need an impressive 43 seconds of play. A quick score would go a long way here. Inbound gets in Schroedermeyer. Jake Austin on the quick release. Triple buries it! Brings his team within two. The Knights with the basketball. A 1 second difference between shot and game clock as Viborg-Hurley is going to try to force the violation on the half court and now will be forced to foul.
They did have this foul to give, so they can try to pick off the inbound here.
Jake Austin, if Viborg-Hurley can send this to overtime, will be the hero of the game after that shot. 22.5 seconds to play. It's a 2-point game. The Knights lead 51-49. It was a 15-point lead, and the Cougars have erased that down to 2. The Knights, and an offensive foul, I believe. Yes! It's an offensive foul. The Cougars with 22.5 seconds to either tie or take the lead. On the foul, Dylan Hofer. This game is anything but over. The Cougars need a bucket. Now here's the question, Nathan. Do you use all the clock and go for that at the buzzer, or do you shoot it with 8 seconds for a chance at an offensive rebound? Braden Morrison with the basketball, moves it down the floor, gives it up to Brady Schroedermeyer, kicks it out. Up top it moves. Braden Morrison for the lead. No good. Rebound for Aberdeen Christian. And is it a timeout here, I believe? So close, they had the chance for the lead.
Now, all hope is not lost. This Aberdeen Christian team is one of the worst free throw shooting teams in this entire tournament. They're 1 for 4 so far today. If they miss one, you can put up a 3 and try to force overtime.
A great look. They got the one they wanted, and unfortunately it just didn't fall. What an exciting one here it's been between Viborg-Hurley and Aberdeen Christian.
6.7 seconds left to play. As always, the inbound is never a guarantee as well as last time we saw the offensive foul.
And that's exactly right. You know, Aberdeen Christian has thrown away the basketball a time or two. It wouldn't be the craziest thing we've seen. 51-49, though, the Knights lead and with possession. And you just feel like Viborg-Hurley's fought so hard to get back into it. They had the shot. They wanted to take the lead. And unfortunately, it just didn't fall. One of your best three-point shooters had a great look wide open, and it just didn't drop. 6.7 seconds to play. Viborg-Hurley either needs a steal or they need to foul immediately. On the inbound for the Knights, they get it into Luke Kaiser, and he'll be fouled by Jake Austin, who picks up his fourth. Doesn't really matter at this point. Now, Viborg-Hurley needs misses from Aberdeen Christian. One missed free throw is all they need for a chance.
1 for 4 so far today is this team.
Luke Kaiser, no good on the first. Viborg-Hurley is not out of this one yet. They need to rebound as well. They have not been the necessarily best at rebounding. They need a rebound.
They have a timeout if they want to use it after the free throw as well.
And I think you've got to drop your best play. You've got one shot. Now, Luke Kaiser for the three-point lead. It drops. And as expected, Coach Shane Warwick does call the timeout. 5.9 seconds on the floor to make it happen. And Nathan, you've got two options. Kind of your best shooter throughout the season from downtown. That has been Braden Morrison. Who's been the hot hand of the tournament? Jake Austin.
Whoever is the most open. I think there are 2, maybe 3 guys on this team that can take that shot. Don't try to force it to one particular name. Whoever is the most open should be taking this shot.
And I do agree to that. Try your best not to force it. And well, we've just got an absolutely great game here on our hands, and we might see some overtime. Should we see overtime? Well, you'll want to keep it tuned right here. Aberdeen Christian could have clinched the game there with 2 made free throws. But Nathan, you mentioned they are one of, as far as percentages show, one of the worst teams at shooting free throws in the state tournament. And, well, 1 for 2. They left just a sliver of an opening here for Viborg-Hurley. Here's the question. Does Aberdeen Christian consider fouling Viborg-Hurley?
If you can make sure it's clean and not on us, that's just so hard to make sure it's clean.
It's risky. 5.9 seconds, 52-49, and now Aberdeen Christian will call a timeout as I guess they didn't like what they were seeing.
This is your timeout where you walk the players and tell them, A, if you're going to foul or not, and B, when you should be fouling and when you should be fouling. If they're close to the three-point arc, do not foul. Do not give them a chance to make it a shooting foul is the issue there.
And the anticipation just keeps building, the pressure building here at the Barnett Center. Winners headed to the Consolation Championship game between the Viborg-Hurley Cougars and the Aberdeen Christian Knights. A 3-point game. Luckily for Viborg-Hurley, they've got multiple good three-point shooters on their team. No one is fouled out, even though they've got 2 of their best players in foul trouble with Brady Schroedermeyer and Jake Austin. You just need one shot. It's March. Basketball tournaments are going on. What else could you want to see? A game coming down to the final shot.
The Knights still with 1 timeout as well. If this goes in, they could always try to rush up a shot for themselves on the other end as well.
5.9 seconds to play, and it is Viborg-Hurley basketball. They trail by 3. On the inbound here, the Cougars. Full court pressure from Aberdeen Christian. Brenner Gertis with it. Lobs it way up ahead to Brady Schroedermeyer. Loses it. Gets the pass out. And into the corner. Braden Morrison can't get it to fall. They got a look. And it was so close. Aberdeen Christian takes the win and heads to the Consolation Championship game. Viborg-Hurley came so close to the victory. They will play at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we will have coverage of that on 5 Star streaming on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio 101.5 AM 1570, where they will take on either Sully Buttes or DeSmet in the 7th place game. Later today, coming up, the Freeman Flyers in the state semifinals take on the Wall Eagles. That'll be at 6:45. We'll have that at 6:35 live for the pregame on 5 Star streaming on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio. I'm Zach Spear alongside Nathan Delaney, and it's been a fun tournament so far. Unfortunately for Viborg-Hurley, their 2 games have not gone their way. And Nathan, what are your final thoughts on this one?
I think it ultimately comes down to those second chance points. 18-5 in favor of the Knights. You got to do a better job of getting rebounds and limiting Aberdeen Christian to first chance opportunities. And I think this game has a different result if you can do that.
Your final stats for the Cougars: Braden Morrison, 10 points and 2 rebounds. Brenner Gertis, 2 points and 3 rebounds. Jake Austin, 20 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist. Walker Warwick with 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Brady Schroedermeyer, a double-double with 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. And we also saw contributions from Noah Wordle and Caden Thibodeau-Lindemann, as well as Lincoln Van Orsdale, who had 1 point and 2 rebounds. On the other side, your leading scorer was Luke Kaiser. A great game, 26 points and 11 rebounds. And the other players who stood out on that side would be Chase Eichler, 8 points in that one, and also off the bench, Loyal Smith-Wade. The numbers don't jump off the sheet, 4 points, 2 rebounds, but they all came in that last 3 minutes off of offensive rebounds and second chance points. Again, the Cougars play tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. against either Sully Buttes or De Smet for the final time here on this broadcast. Viborg-Hurley basketball brought to you by Helena Agri Enterprises, Ackerman Heating and Cooling, Merchant State Bank, Central Farmers Cooperative, Farmers Lumber Company, Hometown Grocery, Ward Law, and Yankton Thrive. I'm Zach Spear alongside Nathan Delaney. We'll be back for Freeman basketball right here on 5 Star streaming on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio. Until then, have a great rest of your Friday.